Are we looking at the season of Valkenswaard United? A couple of seasons ago, we spoke about them being historically the most successful team in the Global Champions League. Now, all of a sudden, after a couple of years not being able to become victorious, this is a third win of the season for Valkenswaard United. It is proving to be an incredible season for the team, who now will absolutely move onto the top of the standings. After we saw some fences go down for the Kunstars powered by the Iron Dames, the difference between themselves, who finish on 16, and Valkenswaard United, who win it on 5, is going to be a big jump. The champions of Monaco 2025 are Valkenswaard United, and dare I remind you again, who is at the anchor of that all? Who is at the center of that all? Young Gilles Thomas. That man, the season that he is having, with the horses that he has available, he is jumping 9-year-olds to clears. He still has Luna available. He still has Hermitage Cologne available. And the man currently leads the Longines Global Champions Tour standings. When you have someone in form with the horsepower that Gilles Thomas has, there is a reason why Valkenswaard United are proving to be the championship story at the halfway point of 2025. Let's take a look at the results. Crucial to reflect on how things have ended here in Monaco for 2025. A wonderful bird's eye view of this arena. Valkenswaard win it by just 3. Basel Cosmopolitans, well, they'll be delighted with that outcome. Andreas Schouw will be so happy with that. Michael Duffy, Sasha Newgard-Lille, they will be over the moon with the second place finish. And the Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M We Love Horses, who are in desperate need of championship points, finish on the podium, take home a good chunk of championship points, and that will do them wonders as far as the overall rankings are concerned. We know that they are fighting to get out of the bottom of the table scrap. They are fighting to get in to the GCL Super Cup quarterfinals, and a performance like this here tonight will do them wonders. Madrid in motion, I'm afraid. Late penalties causing them to fall outside of the podium. Monaco Comets, there was no home fairy tale story for them. But along with the Rome Gladiators and the Saint-Tropez Pirates, boy, 3 teams eliminated here in Monaco tonight. It does the Doha Falcons a huge favor. It does the Istanbul Warriors a huge favor. It's not very often that you will see 44 penalties still finishing 4th from the bottom. Doha Falcons can count their lucky stars that on a night that they performed the way they did, that there were 3 teams who were eliminated below them to try and just push them up ever so higher up that overall rankings, because it has earned them some championship points that they perhaps would not have taken on any other night. We will hear from second, we will hear from third, and we will bring the winners into the studio in a few moments' time. How many interviews has Gilles Thomas given us in the 2025 season already? Now, once again, he, along with Lorenzo De Luca, will now join us inside the studio and give us some thoughts and some reactions to this championship run that is proving to be the best championship run that we've seen of them since winning the title. Let's talk about the Stockholm Hearts. Last team to go, only team on double clear. And unfortunately, fences going down for Olivia Philipparts meant that they were not to be the champions here tonight. Virginie Richard, what a performance for her. Clear in round 1, clear in round 2. A sensational double clear on the night. That'll arguably one of the best nights of her career, without a shadow of a doubt. What a performance for her and Molly Malone. Jumping superbly and doing their best to try and help their team get onto the podium. Gilles Thomas, Lorenzo De Luca looking on, knowing that Olivia Philipparts was to follow. They only had 5 penalties as a cushion. And unfortunately for the Belgian, rather heavy fence going down there. And it was as he approached Le Casino, it went down. And it was a late fence going down as well. Looked like the slightest of touches as he approaches it here. Lightest of touches, fence goes down very late. And because of that, Olivia Philipparts comes home on 8, and the Stockholm Hearts can only finish in 3rd place behind the Basel Cosmopolitans. As it stands, the official podium celebration will be getting underway shortly. We will be going into the ring to welcome the top 3 teams into the podium. They'll be joining us right there in a few moments' time. That's an incredible shot, just by the way. With the lights of the hotels on the horizon, all the lights from the yachts. Then darkened here inside the arena. That is absolutely beautiful. What a location. Here in Porticule, in Monte Carlo, Monaco, as the night lights shimmer off their water. We are preparing for the podium celebration. Let's talk about the Basel Cosmopolitans. Let's talk about Andreas Skau and Sasha Nygaard-Lille, who get themselves onto the podium. One of the new teams in 2025. And it starts with Andreas Skau and Napoli. What an incredible horse. And what a partnership this is between Skau and Napoli. Fence going down as we see him getting out of the triple. Approaching that final line. And once again, you can see there just the lightest of touches on the back rail. With an absolute top. And because of that, he then comes home on 4. But Sasha Nygaard-Lille, who jumps clear in round 1, goes on to jump clear in round 2, gets into the triple, gets over A, B, and C, and then approaches that final fence and gets over that as well to put together an outstanding weekend for her personally. And it is a performance this weekend that has helped her team onto a GCL podium as one of the new teams in 2025. Continues to shine, continues to grow. Take nothing away as well from Michael Duffy and Catano. 32. Yes, there was a fence that went down, but it was still a performance that helped set them up for this victory. So the Basel Cosmopolitans then, along with the Stockholm Hearts and your champions, Valkenswaard United, will be coming out into the arena in a few moments' time. I'm stepping out, I'm looking through the in-gate. That is where the warm-up is. We see the horses with their championship gowns. There are Stockholm Hearts in the red. Valkenswaard United in the blue. And now we stand by and await for Basel to join them as well. It's going to be a magnificent show here, I can assure you. There always is in Monaco. Let's talk about disappointment, though. And there's no denying that the Canstars, powered by the Iron Dames, champions here in 2024, defending season winners of 2024. We're looking to try and make it a repeat, looking to try and double up as they did in Doha 2024 and Doha 2025. They were dealt a heavy blow with Jana Fredrika Meyer-Zimmermann getting an injury in the warm-up, meaning that she would play no part. The pressure then fell on the shoulders of Natalie Dean and Kathleen Ackermann. Natalie Dean and a Kota M after making a horse change from Crescendo in round 1. It was 4 in round 1, 8 in round 2 for a Kota M. And because of that, the Canstars started to fall behind. Kathleen Ackermann and the incredible Iron Dames Kalamandia jumping that second round. But after those fences going down for Natalie Dean in the first round and then in the second, it didn't leave Kathleen Ackermann a whole lot of room. She too had fences go down. Kathleen Ackermann eventually finishing on 4, approaching the Liverpool, keeping it up. Well, once again, coming into that triple. We spoke about this triple so much. Gets over A, puts B down, lands up finishing on 4 penalties. And because of that, Canstars, powered by the Iron Dames, finish on 16. And because of what followed, because of the eventual win for Valkenswaard United, it now ensures us that there are new championship leaders going into London in the next stage. And that is crucial. That is crucial, folks, because what that means is that the red-hot, in-form Valkenswaard United now lead the Canstars by 11 points. We'll talk about that more as the night unfolds. But as it stands now, the top 3 for the podium are entering the arena. Let's go join the official podium celebration.
The door is open to welcome in the new season's leaders. Their 3rd win is laid down brilliantly here. Valkenswaard United win the leg in Monaco, leg 8. They become the most successful nation in the history of Monaco because they won the inaugural edition in 2016 and they win again in 2025. Lorenzo De Luca and Gilles Thomas. Basel Cosmopolitans have their best finish this year. They are second. Andreas Sko, that's his wife Yannicka watching on. Zasha Nygaard-Lille and Michael Duffy. And third place, and again their best finish by some way this season. Former champions here, 2022 their win. Well done Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M Wheeler Forces. They are third, Jane Richard and Olivier Philippons. Stockholm Hearts in third position, well done to them. They couldn't quite maintain their lead after GCL round one, but they have a wonderful third place, their best season finish this year. Congratulations to Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M Wheeler Forces. They are third tonight on a score of 8. Olivier Philippons and Jane Richard. In second place, their best finish this year again. Well done. It is Basel Cosmopolitans who are second. Andreas Sko, Michael Duffy and Zasha Nygaard-Lille. And the mighty win goes to Valkenswaard United. They take over the season's leadership at the halfway point of the 2025 GCL season. Jan Thompson's team, Gilles Thomas and Lorenzo De Luca win leg 8 here in Monaco. Congratulations to Valkenswaard United, their third win season. Jan Thompson presents the third place team. Stockholm Hearts with the third place trophy. And Jan congratulates his team, Valkenswaard United and Basel Cosmopolitans on second place. And Diana Fissori, the president of the Jumping International here in Monaco, delighted to welcome her. She presents the second place trophy to Basel Cosmopolitans. Congratulations to them for second place, and the winners' trophy presented by La Princesse Caroline de Hanovre goes to this team, Valkenswaard United, winners of GCL leg 8 here in Monaco. The 9th edition goes to Valkenswaard United, who become the season's leaders, courtesy of their third win this year alone. Madrid, Rabato Saint-Tropez, and now here in Monaco. And now the champagne shower starts. Valkenswaard United rush for the bottles, and Olivier Philippons drowns Lorenzo De Luca in the bubbly stuff. There's a real battle going on. Jane Richard gets an earload, and Gilles Thomas takes the final bubbles to douse Olivier Philippons. So congratulations to our top 3 teams here. Leg 8 of the GCL season goes to Valkenswaard United, clear of Stockholm Hearts in third, and Basel Cosmopolitans, the reserve champions tonight. Valkenswaard United take over the season's leadership, courtesy of their third win this year alone. So well done to our brilliant horses as well. Thank you to Colesta Diem, Jacques Peluc, Cardiff Calvary and Mangoon for Valkenswaard. Napoli Van Head, Nederlandsentocht, Primavera and Cantona for Basel Cosmopolitans. And Molly Malone Z, Dixie Moon and Noble van der Vromba Turva Z for Stockholm Hearts, the podium horses. Well, thank you to our presenting party, and congratulations as Volkswagen United romp home to third win this season alone. They are the season's leaders, and they claim leg 8 here in Monaco in emphatic style. Well done to Gilles Thomas and Lorenzo De Luca, the champions tonight. And we bid you farewell from Porte-Cool in Monaco. We'll see you tomorrow evening at 4:30 p.m. Will be the opening class. The night belongs to Volkswagen United. Jan Thompson's team claims leg 8. And myself, Ed Holloway, good night. Thank you for your company. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, as it stands, I think Gilles Thomas is trying to become a broadcaster. I do. Based on the amount of times that he has come into the studio, had conversations with us, there is no doubt that he simply misses being on air, misses being in the studio, because once again, Gilles Thomas will come through and join us and have a conversation. What a season this man is having, and what a season this is shaping up to be for Volkswagen United. Yet another victory, more championship points, and these two microphones will go to Lorenzo De Luca and to Gilles Thomas as they will come and join us in a few moments. We also, by the way, will hear from the Basel Cosmopolitans. We will hear from the Stockholm Hearts, as we want to hear from the third and second place finishers. That was an outstanding champagne shower, just by the way. I'm very keen to work out who was the most successful in avoiding that. By now, Gilles Thomas needs to have the most practice of the 2025 season, without a shadow of a doubt. Let's show you that round, at least the rounds of Volkswagen that helped set them up for tonight's victory. Let's take you back then to the rounds of Volkswagen United to show you exactly how they reached this point. There were 10s to go. Shortly after the break, just after Riesebeck International, Volkswagen United then came out. Gilles Thomas had no jumping penalties in round 1 and only a time fault in Chiara, his 9-year-old mare. He then swaps it out to Callista, his other 9-year-old mare. Once again has no jumping penalties, and in fact goes even one better this time and doesn't even have a time penalty. Lorenzo De Luca on Mangoon had 4 down in round 1, but then on Yapaloop comes in for round 2 and jumps a sensational clear. Double clear for Volkswagen United, kept them on their round 1 score of 5. And what that did immediately for the teams in front of them, the likes of the Prague Lions, Basel Cosmopolitans, the Cannes Stars, Madrid Emotion and the Stockholm Hearts, it put the pressure immediately on, and a lot of those teams buckled under that pressure. And because of that, it was Volkswagen United who were on top of the podium. Let's get some thoughts and some reaction from the Stockholm Hearts on their podium finish. Rosie Turner is standing by alongside the third place finishers.
Well, what a fantastic evening for the Stockholm Hearts. Olivier, this is your best result all season. You must be really pleased.
Yeah, I think we were struggling quite long in the season, so a third place, I mean, it's great. I think for sure first place was possible. I mean, Jane did great, and I bit my own blame, the first fault. Second was a bit of a shit rail, but we could have won today. But anyway, third place is good.
The rail seemed to fall very slowly as well.
Yeah, I noticed it also fell lately, but yeah, I could have had the second fault, but the first one is my fault. So, but anyway, the horse is not so much experience, so it's actually quite good. And I mean, we gained some points, so we're getting a bit closer to going to Prague, so that's already good.
Jane, Olivier said to you, the trophy is yours tonight. What an amazing round for you.
Thank you very much. My horse was jumping fantastically. She learned actually a lot in Cannes and Saint-Tropez. She goes into it. I'm happy with our third place. Thank you, Olivier. It was fantastic to ride with you, and I'm sure we will get it the first place this season.
How good does it feel to be back on the podium?
Very good.
Olivier, I heard you chatting to Lorenzo as well, and he said, don't worry, we'll buy you some drinks.
Yeah, better buy me a couple, yeah.
We better buy you a couple of drinks. Congratulations, third place for you. A brilliant, brilliant evening. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to Rosie Turner. Thank you very much to Jean-Richard and to Olivia Philippart. The good news is that just over my shoulder, I saw Falconswart United being sent up to the studio. Gilles Thomas, Lorenzo De Luca being ushered up to the studio. I imagine that they will be moments away. They've walked their way back around some nightclubs and restaurants that are just outside the venue here. Just walking around, and they'll be coming up in a few moments. We still want to hear from the Basel Cosmopolitans. I believe that Basel may be ready. If they are indeed, we'll go through to them. Let's hear from Andreas Skau, Sasha Newgard-Lil. This is the thought of the Basel Cosmopolitans.
Go, Rita. Go.
What an amazing evening for Basel Cosmopolitans. It's been your best result all season, Andreas.
Yeah, I would say finally we reached that podium. I mean, we had a lot of good rounds all season, but somehow it didn't come together, the right results on the day. Today was just perfect. Sasha delivers one again, just stunning like she did in Paris, and my horse jumped well as well, and Michael, so very pleased with this result.
We can't ignore also your daughter next to you as well. Having the family here to watch is so special.
Oh, that's very nice. Of course, it's a small family holiday here because it's so nice here in Monaco, and I have a proud daughter today, so she's here with us.
How proud are you?
Very proud.
Good, you should be. Sasha, what a couple of rounds for you. Your mare is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. She is really amazing. I mean, also the small ring here doesn't bother her, and I know her so well, so it's just, it makes it easier for me to do this kind of courses with her.
I know your family is here as well. Your son is here. I'm sure probably in bed by now.
Yeah, he is, and my husband is here, but like Andreas said, it's amazing here to do a family holiday, and it's a beautiful venue.
Lastly, Andreas, just the atmosphere in the ring tonight.
No, absolutely nice. You know, now here when it's getting dark and we have the light on, I mean, it's a beautiful setting, and okay, it was a lot of mistakes today because it is a difficult venue for the horses, of course, when it's so narrow everything, but no, absolutely pleased with everything.
Well done. Huge congratulations to all the team. Well done.
Thank you.
That's an incredible performance from Basel Cosmopolitans, but this is an even better performance, by the way. Falconswart United are having their day in 2025. How many trophies is that now, by the way, in this season? Is that number 3 already?
Yeah.
It is number 3, isn't it? Gilles Thomas, Lorenzo De Luca joins us in the studio. How much do you miss us, Gilles? Because you're starting to come to the studio every single weekend, it feels like. You're making this a second home.
Yeah, I like the studio.
The studio means things go well. Lorenzo De Luca, welcome back. It's nice to have you here as well.
That's the first time for me.
Hey, well, we had you when you won the Longines Global Champions Tour in Falconswart as well, but neither of you are strangers
to come back.
Neither of you are strangers here. Lorenzo, I showed you, by the way, the overall standings. And just a spoiler alert, Falconswart United now lead, by the way. They are 11 points clear of the Cannes Stars and a handful more over the Shanghai Swans. If you see how that looks now at the halfway point of the season, Lorenzo De Luca, what is that starting to tell you?
Okay, for sure, like thanks of Gilles, Marcus, Ansi, we having a good season with the teams. Like they've been really, really strong and consistent. Still many shows to go. So, of course, the plan is to keep that position until November. That's our dream, and we work through the season for that results.
Is there a point in your mind where it starts becoming a reality? Because now you say, hey, calma, there's still a long way to go. When does it stop becoming a long way to go and starts becoming very serious? Is there a number in your head?
Before Prague.
Before Prague. So only by the time you get to Prague it starts becoming serious. Gilles, for you, do you start to look at this now and go, there's nothing to look at? Or do you see that and start to say, hang on a second, this is becoming very real the longer we get into the season?
Okay, it's always good to be on top of the rankings, but yeah, in our sports sometimes it can go quick the other way. But yeah, so far we had a really good season. We are all in a good flow, so let's hope we can continue this.
Lorenzo, what I'm liking about having Gilles in the studio all the time is that whoever he's with, I like to ask about him because he's too shy to speak about himself. But how many people in the world right now can jump one 9-year-old in a round one? There was the time penalty, but no fences fall. How many people in the world can jump a 9-year-old in round one like that, change to another 9-year-old in a round two, and still deliver a clear? Give me your thoughts on what Gilles is currently producing.
I mean, I don't think we need to know. And Gilles, I think, is very with the feet on the ground. It's an amazing rider. 15 years ago, I moved to Belgium. And I saw this young kid,
He wasn't even in high school 15 years ago. That's quite scary.
And he rode already incredible. Like he's such a talent.
At that time, was there already the identification that there was something special?
Absolutely. And then, like I said, like he's a normal guy. He works every day, feet on the ground. He has a very good management at home. He produces very good horses, and he rides beautifully. So, what do you want more?
Gilles, how do you decide then if you're jumping these two 9-year-olds, when you have Chiara, when you have Calista? Talk us through who gets round one, who gets round two. How do you make that decision? Normally we see a 9-year-old jump round one. That's an easy choice. But when you decide to jump another 9-year-old in round two, talk to me about the selection process. What makes you choose Calista in one and Chiara in another?
Okay, first of all, they are both very, very talented. They are amazing horses. Why I choose Calista in round one and not Chiara, I think Calista right now a bit longer than Chiara, so I know Calista a bit better. That's the only reason, because they are both very good horses.
Lorenzo, 3 eliminations tonight. We don't see that very often. It tells you maybe that things were very difficult here tonight. This is always a very difficult place to jump, we know that. For someone who doesn't know how tough Monaco is, talk to me about the challenges that Uliana Vizzani puts together in a very small ring like this that sees so many top teams struggle.
Well, there is a very difficult ring here, really small. Everything comes very quick, so very technical, of course, and with big jumps. Of course, we saw in the first round a few riders got away with some mistakes in the 160. It's much harder, so you don't really have a plan B in a course like that. The strides are those, maybe there is 1 or 2 options, but yeah, it's you need to be on top of it, you need to ride everything perfectly.
Gilles, you were quite early to go in the second round. You were one after the break. Riesenbach came in after the break and Valkenswaard went. Normally we look much lower down for a winner. What was the halftime talk like? What was the conversation with the team? I don't know if Jan gets involved, because being quite early to go, maybe people aren't looking at the winner there. What is the conversation like with the team at halftime? Was there understanding that it's still very possible, even though you're early to go in round two?
Yes, I think so. Okay, we had 5 faults in the first round, but yeah, this is a very hard ring. There are always high scores. And I think, especially me, I still believed in it. If we could deliver 2 clear rounds, then we would end for sure on the podium. And then at the end was even a win, so it was better than accepted.
There's a bit of a break now until we come back to London in August. Lorenzo, is there some information about London? Do we know who goes?
No, we keep everything top secret.
Top secret
this moment
now.
On.
Gilles, top secret, you coming to London, yes or no? Nothing? Right, you get absolutely nothing from Valkenswaard United. Who goes to London? We don't quite know. That will be decided closer to the time. But at the halfway point now, it has been decided that Valkenswaard United are the championship leaders. They were on the podium in Shanghai. They win in Madrid. They win in Saint-Tropez. And now they come to win again here in Monaco. This is starting to look like a very serious and a very honest championship run from Valkenswaard United, who finally look to be getting back to their best once again. That is the trophy that they have won tonight. There may or may not be a cold drink that goes inside there later. Gilles is making a habit out of that. Lorenzo De Luca, Gilles Thomas, thank you very much, gentlemen. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
What a beautiful place to celebrate as well. You're champions of Monaco in 2025. It brings to a close the Global Champions League, but there is still so much to look forward to throughout the rest of the weekend, with the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix still to come. Let's remind you of the rankings. We've talked about Valkenswaard leading. This is how it looks at the top of the standings, as we now have new championship leaders. As we say goodnight and thank you to Gilles Thomas, to Lorenzo De Luca. They will take their winner's trophy and enjoy and celebrate some cold drinks, no denying that. They are 11 points clear at the top. You guys can go. It's all right. Take your trophy, Lorenzo. Thank you very much. Lorenzo De Luca, Gilles Thomas. 11 points clear at the top of the table. Shanghai Swans, well, they started out on absolute fire. And unfortunately, they're seemingly hitting a bit of a speed bump. A tiniest of speed bump. Although they are still firmly in the conversation. But I want to talk to you about the battle for top 4. Look from Prague at 131. Madrid Emotion at 122. Istanbul Warriors 120. Razorback International 115. Saint-Tropez Pirates 112. The Basel Cosmopolitans at 111. And on the second page is New York Empire on 109. From the Prague Lions all the way down to New York Empire, you arguably have 7 teams fighting for what may well be just one position if Falkenswaard, the Cannes Stars and the Shanghai Swans hold up those front 3. What a battle we are in for between these 7 teams. One might even argue that you throw Mexico Amigos in that fight at 105. That could make it as many as 8 teams fighting for a single position to jump in the GCL Super Cup semi-finals. That becomes the big conversation. That becomes the big talking point. Prague Lions all the way down to New York Empire. That fight for top 4 is going to get hotter and hotter and hotter the further we go. It has been a scintillating night here in Monaco. Plenty of action and plenty of discussion from the day after, still to be filmed. And of course, as mentioned, the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Monaco is still to come as well. So catch your breath, take a break, and we'll see you next for the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Monaco. Good night.